Each day we get in this life is a gift. I want everybody that watches this channel to understand that. Getting up each day and look, yes, we have a cloudy day, right? Not every day is going to be filled with sunshine. That is the reality of life. That is the reality of the world that we live in, right? You can't be concerned with the day that you're dealt, right? But what you can be concerned with is your attitude, right? Waking up each day with a good attitude, right? I think it's very important, right? And look, man, if you view each day that you're alive as a gift, that's starting the day off right, right? That is the important thing you have to remember, because here is the deal, right? Each day truly is a gift, right? We're never promised tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody, right? So when you wake up that day, right, realize that it has been an amazing gift to receive. We've got another day to try and achieve our goals. We've got another day to try to make great things happen. We've got another day to try to redeem ourselves from mistakes that we've made in the past. And that is the most important lesson I can probably share with you right now. Watching these clouds kind of slowly roll by, I want this to be a mantra. Life is a gift. Each day is a gift. And I want people to remind themselves of that each day. You could call this some sort of Monday motivation, but this is the kind of content, this is the kind of knowledge and stuff that I share on my site. You can come back to this video and you can watch it each day, right? Maybe consider this some form of meditation, watching these clouds very slowly roll by. And maybe, just maybe, if we're lucky, as I'm standing here, as I'm telling you about how powerful each day is in making a difference in your life, maybe we'll see something open up, and maybe we'll see a sunny day. That is the reality of look, we all go through tough times in life. We all go through periods where we feel alone. We all go through periods where we feel we cannot go on, right? The reality is this. The reality is we can go on. We can make things better. We can make positive change in our life. That is an important thing to always remember, that you can do it. You can do it. I can remember as a little kid reading the book, The Little Engine That Could. And that is a powerful message, right? Because saying, yes, I can, no matter how hard life gets, no matter how hard the trials and tribulations you may be going through right now, if you realize that each day is a gift, and then use that gift with great gratitude. It's important to be grateful for each day. It's important to say thanks each day, right? Because, as I've said before, each day is not guaranteed. But what is guaranteed, right? What is guaranteed in life? What is guaranteed is if you put forth effort, if you make an attempt, if each day you do something, if each day you take a step in the right direction, well, then you're going to find yourself in a better place, right? If each day you make positive movement in a positive direction, whether it be, eating the right things, or not drinking, or, having a positive attitude, or, cleaning up your clutter, or doing these things, man. These are small little things in the grand scheme of life, but they can make great positive change in your life, right? And you are the master of your destiny. A lot of people like to think that there's shadowy figures, that their life can't improve, and I'm not in control of anything. You are in control of everything, right? Because here's the deal: you're in control of your attitude. You're in control of your mind, right? And if you want to make change in your life, if you want to make change, then change the way you think. And so by me telling you that each day is a gift, if you start each day with that thought, then that is the small step you need to make to turn your life around. And look, as I'm saying all this, as I'm speaking to you right now, these clouds are gradually floating away. They're gradually floating away, right? Now, there could be other clouds that come in, right? And there will always be, what is the old saying? Into each life, a little rain must fall. I almost see the hint of a rainbow in the distance. And the reality is this: by having a positive attitude, right? It doesn't matter if more clouds roll in. It doesn't matter if these clouds stay here and start dumping rain down on your life. And this is all metaphoric, right? But the reality is this: none of that matters, because if you accept each day for what it is, right? Whether it be rain or sleet or snow or hurricane or tornado or whatever, man, if you are able to make it, through that night and through that day, it is a great gift. It doesn't matter if you've lost everything. It doesn't matter. Material possessions do not matter, right? What matters is you've made it through another day. And that is the most powerful message I can share on this channel. I like to get up and look, there is a lot of doom and gloom in life. There is a lot of doom and gloom in the music business. But what I like to do on this channel is tell you that there doesn't have to be doom and gloom in your life, right? Just because the music business may be filled with unscrupulous people, right? And it may be a dirty business where people grovel and chase after nickel and dime and break people's spirits. Just because the industry is like that, right? Just because business is like that. People working in the corporate world can tell you it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? But here's the deal, man. Don't let anyone steal your positivity. Don't let anyone remove the joy from your life. Those people are insignificant, right? And if you're in a bad situation, get out of it. If you're in a job or working with people that are bad people, get out of it. Go do something else, right? It's that simple. You don't have to stay in a rut, right? You need to do what's right and what's wise, right? But make sure to surround yourself by good people, right? And now maybe you can help the people around you, whether it be your family or your coworkers, right? By being positive. Respond with negativity with positivity, right? I like to do that in the comment section every now and then. I'll get a comment and I'll just go. I'll think to myself, how can someone be so cruel and so filled with negativity? And then I'll decide, to expel it back by saying, I hope you have an amazing day. Respond with positivity. Respond with positivity when people greet you each day, right? Respond with positivity when people need your help. Carry yourself with an air of positivity. There's nothing more powerful in life than that. If you want to achieve great things, be great. Don't just be good. How are you doing? Oh, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm great. I am great. Think of that. Your simple mindset when somebody asks you how you are doing. You're not just good, or you're not, oh, I'm sick today, or oh, this and oh, that. I am great. I am great, and I hope that you are great as well. Or I trust that you are great as well. This sounds like, to somebody who has a negative attitude, this sounds like mumbo jumbo, right? But it's really not. It's powerful, powerful stuff. Yeah. You can spread positivity. You can share your positive energy with the world each moment that you exist, right? And it starts with your posture. It starts with how you carry yourself. It starts with how you walk into a room. Successful people don't slouch when they walk into the room. Successful people don't moan and groan about, oh, this, and oh, my life sucks, and all this. Successful people just continued on the path of achieving their goals. Know that, because it is important, right? We don't have time for negativity, right? There is going to be rain in each of our lives. We are going to have to deal with hard times, right? There's no getting around that, right? But look, learning to not respond with emotion, learning to respond with wisdom and think the best way to handle these situations, right? And not getting upset, not getting sad. It's normal to grieve, if someone in our family leaves us or whatever. But you also have to remain strong for the rest of your family, right? You also have to remain strong. Look, I've seen people, our old band manager out in LA, Italian guy, tough guy, wore a shiny suit, drove a Cadillac and all that. And after his father died, he was a shell of himself. And I don't think he ever recovered for that. He went from living in a condo with a Cadillac and a trophy wife to living in an RV on the side of the road. And that is a powerful thing to think about, right? He let a traumatic and bad thing that happened, the loss of his father, he let that take over, that grief take over his life. And if I was able to, see him today or back then, I would have told him the same thing that he probably would have told me when a girlfriend dumped me or whatever, and I was upset. He'd say, hey man, brush it off, brush it up. There'll be another one. There'll be another one. Brush it off, man. You're going to be good. You're good. That's exactly what I would have told him. No, he's not going to have another father figure in his life. But he's got family, right? He had family. He didn't have to bear that grief alone. So understand, right? There's going to be clouds, and these clouds could be rolling in all day. That could be the reality of the day, but you know what? It's not going to affect my day. I'm going to have a great day. Are you going to have a great day today? Of course you are. Why? Because you're watching this video and you understand the power of positive thinking.